Yes, folks, Muslims are now New Zealand's latest official victim group. And if you don't like it, tough. Have a look at this.
Controversial Senator Fraser has again drawn condemnation for repeating his claim that Muslim immigration is a lightning rod for violence. The senator denies he is blaming the victims of the Christchurch massacre and had some harsh words for the teenager who threw an egg at him, as well as the boy's mother.
Morning.
Unbowed and unrepentant.
When you bring lots and lots of Muslims into a country, violence escalates.
When you bring lots and lots of Muslims into a country, violence escalates. Well, folks, that is an undeniable truth. You've just got to look at Europe to see that.
Fraser Anning denies he was offering comfort to a terrorist when the senator attacked Muslim immigration on the day of the Christchurch massacre.
Yeah, that was ill-timed. I agree there. He should never have released his press release on the same day as the massacre. Yeah, he could have waited at least 5 days to do that.
I totally condemn the actions of that gunman.
But his words have drawn condemnation from across the Tasman and across the political spectrum.
It was a lunatic thing to say.
All parties except One Nation will join in a censure motion of Senator Anning when Parliament returns.
So they want to censor him now. That's the left's answer for everything. Everything they disagree with, they've got to shut it down. They've got to silence it. That's the only thing they understand.
In a fortnight, and the Prime Minister lashed out at the tribalism that is dividing nations.
The tribalism, Mr. Morrison, that is dividing Australia is caused by you and your left-wing cohorts. When you defend Muslims over your own people, you are stoking the fire of tribalism. You are to blame for it, no one else.
Every terrorist attack has at its core a hatred of difference and a hatred about the choices and lives of others.
Despite 1 million signatures on a petition calling for Fraser Anning to be expelled from Parliament, neither house has the power to do it.
I hope it's not too painful. What's Mr. Morrison going to give me a flogging with his lace hanky or something like that?
Is Mr. Morrison going to give me a flogging with his lace hanky? That's good.
Bill Connolly took more direct action by egging the senator. The Year 12 student was heading back to school today and in no mood to chat.
Not at the moment.
As Fraser Anning said, he hit out in self-defence.
He got a slap across the face, which is what his mother should have given him long ago.
Cabinet.
Yeah, he got a slap across the face, which his mother should have given him years ago, and I totally agree with that. But that's not really the problem. The problem is the fake left-wing media. Now, the egg boy was simply buying into the fake news, the fake propaganda. Yes, folks, so now let's have a look at this from a different perspective. Now, the guy in the picture here, or in the video here, his name is Matty or something, Matty, and he has a YouTube channel, and he was actually at the place where the egging took place. So we'll have a listen to that.
That's exactly right. Exactly right. Why can't we just have reasonable discussions about things? Instead, we have people yelling and screaming. Here he is.
Hey, no degenerates.
No.
We arrived a little late to a packed room. Fraser Anning was already speaking on stage, so I made my way to the front to get a good spot. A number of people asked questions on a variety of topics and voiced their support for the senator. The fake news media are unlikely to report this. Fraser answered the questions well and got lots of applause from the crowd. The Unshackled have the entire Q&A session up on their YouTube channel, and I'll link to it in the description. Afterwards, Fraser did an interview with the fake news media.
What kind of feedback when you heard about what had happened in Christchurch?
I think the same as everyone else. I was appalled. It was a horrendous act, and I don't know anyone who would not be appalled by that act.
In terms of the response that you gave, do you think people have perhaps taken it out of context, or are you happy with?
That's normal. They normally take what I say out of context. That's the left-wing agenda, unfortunately.
So what did you intend to say then, or how did you hope that it was meant to be taken?
Are you talking about a tweet?
I mean your written response, where you sort of referred to New Zealand's immigration policy and things.
What I said was that a terribly unfortunate thing, a tragedy, but it's going to be eventually accepted or expected that these sort of things happen when people are getting attacked in their own.
That was good.
Yeah, so you can clearly see Anning didn't cause that. I think it was the egg boy caused it. And the egg boy, well, the real problem, again, is the media, the left-wing media. The egg boy was simply buying in to the propaganda. And he was just looking for his 15 minutes of fame, and he got it. Yeah, he got it all right. This has gone viral. And he's now the darling of the left. They love him. And it's now all right to go and it's now okay for anyone to go and egg anyone. So I'll just go now to the next video, next clip. Now this guy, his name is Blair Cottrell, and he also has a YouTube channel. And have a listen carefully to what he says. It's quite interesting.
You read the Shooters Manifesto? Yeah.
Bits and pieces. It was mostly it was incoherent. It's just hard to process.
If you read the whole thing, that accelerationism and that polarisation is exactly what he was aiming for.
Well, it's exactly what the media want as well. And that's why they're having a field day with this terror attack.
Absolutely.
I really hope regular people can see and understand that this sort of terrorism, this Christchurch terrorist, he does more damage to us as a nation than any Islamic terrorist could hope to do.
Absolutely.
And this plays into the hands of the media
Yep.
and the government establishment, the state establishment, which is trying to create as much tension between the different people in this country as possible. They bring the immigrants in from radically different cultures. They vilify and ostracise Australians who oppose that immigration because they foresee the conflict, the cultural and racial conflict. And when that conflict happens, they help to exacerbate it and further isolate us. So I hope that people can see that. I pray actually that the Muslims see that it's not us who are their enemies. It's that same media and government alliance.
Yes, and that's a fact, isn't it? Now he hopes that the Muslim people do not see these guys as the enemy. He hopes they will see the media, the left-wing media and the government as the enemy, because they are the enemy of the people. They are the enemy of the Muslims and the enemy of these guys. But I doubt very much the Muslims will change. So anyway, we'll fast forward to the next bit.
He hit me with an egg and his hand, but no damage. Not as bad as I've had in pubs in years gone by.
Well, that's exactly what I thought. I thought it was just an idiot trying to make a political point, but we'll just end up making some footage go viral of you fighting back and showing how a real Australian reacts when they're punched in the back of the head.
Because he's only a kid, I only slapped him with an open hand, but he deserves that. He needs to, get a few manners, and just because somebody has a different opinion to you, there's no need to attack them. Just like we saw over in New Zealand, there's no need to go and kill people and attack people just because they have a different view.
Yeah, and he's talking about the Muslims in New Zealand there. He's saying there's no need to attack them simply because they have a different viewpoint. So, and he's absolutely right there. Now, does Fraser Anning and the people around him look like right-wing extremists to you? They don't to me. They look pretty ordinary. Now, folks, if you hold a similar opinion to Anning, shut up. Your opinion doesn't count.